The Power of Spiritual Enlightenment. Author Shri Rajeev Thatte. We found from UDCT and MMS Finance from Jamnalal Bajaj Institute of Management Studies, Mumbai. About the author. Shri Rajeev Thatte is a first generation entrepreneur. Started his pharmaceutical manufacturing unit in Mumbai in 1981, 44 years back. Shri Rajeev has manufactured coconut oil, refined coconut oil, spices, and Ayurvedic medicines for reputed brands in India. Simultaneously, he started writing in media and publications and became a popular author. Shri Rajeev started his Facebook pages and YouTube channel Enjoy Happiness. This has got over 1 lakh subscribers in last 1 year. Few years back, Shri Rajeev had a car accident leading to skull fracture, then epileptic fits, paralysis, and rectal cancer and tuberculosis. After so many calamities he had faced, he donated his kidney to his widowed wife Sandhya. In these ailments and sufferings, Shri Rajeev kept on moving on the path he had chosen with determination in his happy and cheerful life. Mr. Rajeev is now 67 years old and is moving all over the world, giving lectures, spreading love, kindness, happiness, and mindfulness in all the humanity.
Impermanence and the cycles of life. Embracing change with grace. Life is a tapestry woven with beginnings and endings, highs and lows, creation and dissolution. Impermanence, the truth that nothing lasts forever, guides every experience we encounter. While this reality can feel unsettling, it also holds the key to profound peace and acceptance. By embracing impermanence, we learn to flow with the cycles of life rather than resist them. This article explores the nature of impermanence, how it shapes our lives, and how we can embrace change with grace and resilience. 1. Understanding impermanence. Impermanence is the natural law that all things, both joyful and painful, are temporary. Seasons change, relationships evolve, and even our bodies transform over time. This truth can evoke both fear and freedom. Key aspects of impermanence. Transient emotions, happiness and sorrow come and go. Life transitions, careers, relationships, and health shift over time. Natural cycles. Nature illustrates impermanence through cycles of birth, growth, decay, and renewal. Understanding impermanence doesn't mean detaching from life, but learning to engage with it more fully, knowing that nothing remains static. 2. The cycles of life. Life moves through cycles that mirror the natural world: spring, summer, autumn, and winter. These symbolic phases appear in our personal journeys. Spring, beginnings, times of growth, renewal, and new opportunities. Summer, flourishing seasons of abundance, joy, and progress. Autumn, change periods of transition, letting go, and transformation. Winter, rest moments of stillness, introspection, and healing. Each cycle serves a purpose. Growth isn't linear, it requires both moments of expansion and contraction. 3. The fear of change and loss. Many people struggle with impermanence because it reminds us of uncertainty and loss. Attachment to stability, we seek permanence in relationships, achievements, and identities. Fear of the unknown, change often feels like stepping into an unfamiliar void. However, resisting impermanence can lead to suffering. When we cling to what must eventually change, we create anxiety, frustration, and disappointment. 4. Embracing impermanence, key practices. 1. Mindful awareness. Mindfulness teaches us to observe the present moment without judgment. Practice, when experiencing joy or difficulty, remind yourself, this, too, shall pass. Breathe, use your breath to anchor yourself during moments of emotional intensity. 2. Letting go of control. Surrendering doesn't mean giving up, it means accepting that some things are beyond your control. Mantra for acceptance, repeat, I release what I cannot control. Reframe setbacks. Instead of seeing change as a failure, view it as part of a larger unfolding. 3. Gratitude for the present. Impermanence makes each moment precious. Daily gratitude. Reflect on simple joys that exist now, a conversation, a sunset, a quiet moment. Celebrate fleeting moments. Appreciate beauty in its transience. Knowing its impermanence adds to its value. 4. Self-compassion during change. Transitions can be challenging. Offer yourself kindness. Inner dialogue. Speak to yourself as you would a close friend. Allow time to mourn. Honor your feelings of grief when something ends. 5. Lessons from nature. Nature is the ultimate teacher of impermanence. Flowers bloom and wither, rivers flow and change course, trees shed their leaves to make way for new growth. Seasons of life, remember that winter always makes way for spring. Resilience in change, just as trees bend in the wind rather than break, we, too, can learn to adapt without losing our essence. 6. Finding peace in impermanence. When you accept impermanence, life becomes more expansive and freeing. Release expectations, let go of rigid outcomes and embrace what arises. Live fully, instead of fearing the end, immerse yourself in the richness of each experience. Trust the cycle. Trust that difficult phases will give way to renewal and that rest is necessary for growth. 7. The gift of impermanence. Impermanence reminds us that nothing stays the same, including pain. Just as joy is fleeting, so too is hardship. Compassion for others, understanding that everyone faces the cycles of life fosters empathy. Presence over perfection, life's fragility invites us to be present rather than seeking control or perfection. By embracing impermanence, we learn that endings are not failures, they are transitions to something new. Conclusion, flowing with life's changes. Impermanence is not something to fear, it is life's greatest teacher. When you stop resisting the cycles of life, you step into a deeper peace, accepting that each moment is fleeting yet profound. Let your heart be open to life's rhythms. Trust that after every winter, there is a spring, after every loss, there is renewal. In embracing impermanence, you find the courage to live fully, love deeply, and welcome each cycle as a sacred part of your journey. Take a breath, let go of what was, and embrace what is. In this, you will discover the peace that comes from flowing with life rather than fighting it. Using and relinquishing negativity. A path to growth and liberation. Negativity is often seen as an obstacle to peace and happiness, a shadow we must avoid at all costs. However, when approached with awareness, negativity can serve as a powerful teacher, revealing unresolved emotions, hidden fears, and opportunities for growth. The key is learning how to use negativity constructively before releasing it, so that it no longer holds power over us. This article explores how to engage with negativity consciously and how to relinquish it when its purpose has been fulfilled. 1. The nature of negativity. Negativity arises from various sources: external circumstances, self-criticism, fear, and unhealed wounds. It often manifests as negative thoughts, emotions, or reactions such as anger, resentment, guilt, or self-doubt. While negativity is a natural response to pain and challenges, when left unchecked, it can spiral into patterns of suffering and self-sabotage. 2. The purpose of negativity. Negativity, though uncomfortable, often carries valuable messages. Emotional signals. Negative emotions signal unmet needs, boundaries being crossed, or unresolved issues. Self-reflection. Feelings of doubt or fear can prompt us to examine beliefs that limit us. Catalyst for change. Anger or frustration can ignite the desire to make positive changes. By recognizing negativity as a form of inner communication rather than something to suppress, we can use it as a tool for self-awareness and transformation. 3. Using negativity for self-awareness. To engage with negativity constructively, you must approach it with curiosity rather than judgment. 1. Observe without reacting. When negative emotions arise, pause and observe without immediately reacting. Practice. Take a deep breath and name the emotion you're feeling, e.g., this is frustration. Ask, what triggered this feeling? What is it trying to tell me? 2. Identify the beliefs beneath the emotion. Negativity often stems from unconscious beliefs. Self-inquiry. Ask yourself, is this thought true? Where did this belief come from? Reframe. Replace limiting beliefs with affirmations of possibility and self-worth. 3. Express and release. Suppressed negativity can fester. Healthy expression allows you to release pent-up emotions. Journaling. Write freely about your feelings without editing. Creative outlets. Channel anger or sadness into art, music, or physical movement. 4. When negativity becomes destructive. While negativity can serve a purpose, it becomes harmful when it perpetuates suffering. Signs of destructive negativity. Persistent self-criticism and feelings of unworthiness. Blaming others without accountability. Rumination over past mistakes or future fears. Destructive negativity can create a feedback loop of suffering, reinforcing limiting beliefs and emotional pain. 5. The art of relinquishing negativity. Once negativity has been acknowledged and understood, it's essential to let it go to create space for peace and renewal. 1. Practice acceptance and compassion. Resisting negativity often intensifies it. Accept, acknowledge your feelings without judgment. Compassion, speak to yourself with kindness, saying, "It's okay to feel this way." 2. Surrender control. Many negative emotions arise from a need to control outcomes. Let go. Remind yourself that you cannot control everything and that uncertainty is part of life. Mantra for surrender. Repeat, "I release what I cannot change." 3. Ground yourself in the present. Negativity often thrives when your mind is stuck in the past or worrying about the future. Mindful breathing. Focus on your breath to bring your awareness back to the present moment. Sensory awareness. Notice the sights, sounds, and sensations around you to anchor yourself. 4. Forgive and release. Forgiveness doesn't condone harm, it liberates you from carrying the weight of resentment. Forgive yourself, release guilt for past mistakes by acknowledging that you did your best. Forgive others, understand that holding on to blame only perpetuates suffering. 6. Replacing negativity with empowerment. Once negativity is released, it's important to cultivate positive habits that reinforce a sense of peace and strength. Gratitude practice. Reflect on 3 things you're grateful for each day. Positive self-talk. Replace self-critical thoughts with affirmations such as, "I am resilient" or "I am learning." Acts of kindness. Doing something kind for someone else can shift your focus and elevate your mood. 7. The freedom beyond negativity. When you learn to use negativity as a guide rather than a burden and release it when its purpose is fulfilled, you step into greater freedom and clarity. Emotional resilience. You become less reactive and more capable of navigating life's challenges. Inner peace. By letting go of unnecessary negativity, you create space for calm and joy. Self-mastery. You realize that while negative emotions may arise, they do not define you. Conclusion. Embracing and letting go. Negativity is not something to fear or avoid. It's a part of the human experience that can lead to profound insights and growth when handled with awareness. By observing, understanding, and then releasing negativity, you free yourself from its grip and cultivate a life rooted in peace and empowerment. Remember, you are not your negative thoughts or emotions, you are the awareness that holds them. Use negativity as a stepping stone, and when its lesson has been learned, let it go and step into the lightness of being. Take a breath, observe the present, and remind yourself, this, too, can be released. The nature of compassion. Embracing humanity with an open heart. Compassion is one of the most profound expressions of human connection. It transcends pity or sympathy. It is the heartfelt desire to ease the suffering of others and the willingness to understand their pain without judgment. Compassion is an act of courage, vulnerability, and empathy that enriches not only those who receive it but also those who extend it. This article delves into the nature of compassion, why it is essential in our lives, and how we can cultivate it for greater connection and peace. 1. What is compassion? At its core, compassion is the ability to recognize suffering in another and feel a sincere desire to alleviate it. Unlike sympathy, which may create distance, compassion fosters closeness and shared humanity. Key elements of compassion. Empathy, the capacity to put yourself in someone else's shoes and feel their emotions. Kindness, taking action to support, uplift, or comfort someone in need. Non-judgment, offering understanding without assigning blame or criticism. True compassion goes beyond feeling. It invites us to act with care and intention. 2. The importance of compassion in our lives. Compassion is not just a virtue, it is a necessity for personal well-being and the health of our communities. Strengthens relationships. Compassion deepens bonds by fostering trust, understanding, and mutual respect. Reduces conflict. Compassionate responses can de-escalate conflicts and create space for healing. Promotes emotional healing. When we offer compassion to others or ourselves, it can soothe emotional wounds and cultivate resilience. Enhances well-being. Studies have shown that practicing compassion releases oxytocin, a hormone associated with happiness and connection. In a world often divided by fear and judgment, compassion serves as a bridge that unites us. 3. Compassion versus pity and sympathy. It's important to distinguish compassion from pity and sympathy. Pity creates a hierarchy where the person offering pity feels superior to the one suffering. Sympathy involves feeling sorry for someone but maintaining emotional distance. Compassion invites shared humanity and fosters connection by acknowledging the shared experience of suffering. Compassion reminds us that suffering is a universal human experience, encouraging us to extend kindness from a place of humility and solidarity. 4. Self-compassion, turning kindness inward. Many people find it easier to show compassion to others than to themselves. Yet, self-compassion is crucial for inner peace and resilience. Practices for self-compassion. Acknowledge your struggles. Instead of criticizing yourself for mistakes, recognize that imperfection is part of being human. Offer kind words. Replace self-criticism with supportive affirmations such as, "I am doing my best." Soothe yourself. Place a hand on your heart when you feel overwhelmed and remind yourself, it's okay to feel this. Self-compassion is not indulgent. It is a way to cultivate emotional strength and treat yourself with the same kindness you offer to others. 5. Barriers to compassion. Despite its importance, there are barriers that can make compassion difficult to practice. Judgment and bias, preconceived notions about others can hinder our ability to empathize. Emotional burnout, constant exposure to suffering, without replenishing ourselves, can lead to compassion fatigue. Fear of vulnerability. Compassion requires openness, which can feel risky when we fear being hurt. By becoming aware of these barriers, we can work to dismantle them and create space for authentic compassion. 6. Cultivating compassion in daily life. Compassion is a practice that can be strengthened with intention and mindfulness. 1. Practice active listening. When someone shares their struggles, listen fully without interrupting or offering immediate solutions. Your presence can be the greatest act of compassion. 2. Pause before judging. When you feel judgment arising, pause and ask yourself, what might this person be going through that I don't see? This can foster empathy instead of assumption. 3. Engage in small acts of kindness. Simple gestures, a kind word, a helping hand, or a genuine smile, can make a profound difference in someone's day. 4. Be compassionate to yourself. Compassion begins within. Treat yourself gently in moments of hardship, recognizing that you, too, deserve care and understanding. 7. The ripple effect of compassion. Compassion has a ripple effect that extends far beyond the initial act. Inspires others. Acts of compassion can inspire others to pay kindness forward. Strengthens communities. Compassion creates a culture of support and belonging. Builds inner peace. When we approach life with compassion, we cultivate inner calm and reduce emotional reactivity. Even small acts of compassion can create profound waves of healing and connection. Conclusion: living a compassionate life. The nature of compassion is rooted in shared humanity. It reminds us that beneath our differences, we all seek comfort, love, and understanding. By practicing compassion, we open our hearts to the truth that suffering and joy are interconnected, and that kindness is one of the most powerful ways to heal ourselves and the world. Let compassion guide your thoughts, words, and actions. Whether directed outward or inward, it has the power to transform lives, dissolve barriers, and bring peace where it is most needed. Take a breath, soften your heart, and ask yourself, how can I bring compassion into this moment? The answer may be simpler and more profound than you expect. Towards a different order of reality. In an era of rapid technological advancement and philosophical inquiry, the concept of a different order of reality has garnered significant attention. This idea challenges traditional perceptions of existence, posing questions about how humanity interacts with, perceives, and constructs reality. As we stand at the intersection of science, spirituality, and metaphysics, the pursuit of a different order of reality calls for a fundamental shift in perspective. The limits of conventional reality. Human understanding of reality has traditionally been shaped by sensory perception and empirical reasoning. Classical science, rooted in Newtonian mechanics, has long defined the physical world as a fixed, measurable system of cause and effect. However, 20th century scientific breakthroughs, notably in quantum mechanics and relativity, shattered this notion of a singular, objective reality. The quantum realm introduced phenomena such as wave-particle duality and entanglement, suggesting that observation itself can alter the nature of what is being observed. Similarly, advancements in neuroscience have demonstrated that the human brain constructs reality based on limited sensory input, filling in gaps to create coherent narratives. This raises the possibility that what we perceive as real may only be a filtered approximation, rather than an accurate representation of the universe. The philosophical underpinnings of a new reality. Throughout history, philosophers have grappled with the nature of existence and reality. Plato's allegory of the cave, for instance, illustrated the notion that perceived reality could be a mere shadow of a higher truth. Eastern philosophies, such as those found in Buddhism and Hinduism, have long posited that reality is an illusion, Maya, and that a deeper, interconnected order underlies the apparent chaos of the material world. In more recent times, phenomenology has emphasized the subjective experience of reality, focusing on how individuals interpret the world through their conscious engagement. This philosophical approach aligns with the idea that reality is not merely out there, but is co-created through perception and interpretation. Technological mediations of reality. The digital age has further complicated our understanding of reality. Virtual and augmented reality technologies have made it possible to create immersive worlds that blur the boundaries between the physical and the virtual. Social media algorithms curate personalized digital realities, reinforcing cognitive biases and creating echo chambers that diverge significantly from shared, objective truths. The emergence of artificial intelligence adds another dimension to this discourse. AI systems capable of generating hyperrealistic images, deepfake videos, and virtual personalities challenge our ability to discern fact from fabrication. As technology increasingly mediates human experiences, the lines between simulated and authentic realities become ever more ambiguous. Towards a new paradigm. To embrace a different order of reality, humanity must adopt a more holistic framework that integrates scientific discoveries, philosophical insights, and technological advancements. This paradigm shift involves recognizing the multiplicity of realities, from the quantum to the virtual, and understanding that each offers unique perspectives on existence. A key aspect of this shift is the cultivation of epistemic humility, the acknowledgement that our current understanding of reality is provisional and subject to revision. By embracing uncertainty and remaining open to alternative interpretations of existence, we can foster a more inclusive worldview that transcends dualistic notions of real versus unreal. Implications for society and consciousness. The journey towards a different order of reality has profound implications for individual and collective consciousness. At the individual level, it invites introspection and the possibility of expanding one's awareness beyond conventional frameworks. Practices such as mindfulness, meditation, and psychedelics have been explored as tools for accessing altered states of consciousness that reveal deeper layers of reality. At the societal level, reimagining reality calls for greater empathy, collaboration, and innovation. Recognizing the subjective nature of perception can help bridge cultural divides and promote dialogue in an increasingly polarized world. Moreover, embracing the complexity of reality can inspire creative solutions to global challenges, from climate change to social inequality. Conclusion. Towards a different order of reality is not merely an intellectual exercise but a transformative journey that redefines what it means to be human. As we navigate the mysteries of existence, we must be willing to question entrenched assumptions and explore uncharted dimensions of reality. By doing so, we may discover not only new truths about the universe but also a deeper understanding of our place within it. In this quest, the boundaries between science, spirituality, and technology dissolve, paving the way for a richer, more expansive vision of reality, one that embraces the complexity, beauty, and interconnectedness of all things.
The Power of Spiritual Enlightenment. Author Shri Rajeev Thatte. We found from UDCT and MMS Finance from Jamnalal Bajaj Institute of Management Studies, Mumbai. About the author. Shri Rajeev Thatte is a first generation entrepreneur. Started his pharmaceutical manufacturing unit in Mumbai in 1981, 44 years back. Shri Rajeev has manufactured coconut oil, refined coconut oil, spices, and Ayurvedic medicines for reputed brands in India. Simultaneously, he started writing in media and publications and became a popular author. Shri Rajeev started his Facebook pages and YouTube channel Enjoy Happiness. This has got over 1 lakh subscribers in last 1 year. Few years back, Shri Rajeev had a car accident leading to skull fracture, then epileptic fits, paralysis, and rectal cancer and tuberculosis. After so many calamities he had faced, he donated his kidney to his widowed wife Sandhya. In these ailments and sufferings, Shri Rajeev kept on moving on the path he had chosen with determination in his happy and cheerful life. Mr. Rajeev is now 67 years old and is moving all over the world, giving lectures, spreading love, kindness, happiness, and mindfulness in all the humanity.